Hello to all my viewers. I'm Aaron Huntley Hogue, and in today's video, we're going to be going over how to make buttermilk biscuits from scratch from your very home. For our buttermilk biscuit, the bake in the oven, we need to preset our oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. For our recipe, we're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to need half a pound or 8 ounces of cold butter. We're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. We're going to need 1 tablespoon plus 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Additionally, we will need 1.5 cups of buttermilk, but I don't have buttermilk, so in lieu of that, what we're going to do is take 12 ounces of whole milk. To that 12 ounces of whole milk, we're going to add 1 ounce of white vinegar. And we're going to let that set until it curdles. If you go back and remember previously, I added the 1 ounce of white vinegar to the 12 ounces of whole milk. And if you look, you can see it's starting to curdle and thicken up. So this is ready to go in lieu of our buttermilk. Like I said, it's very simple and actually a lot cheaper. You can take whole milk and just add a little bit of white vinegar to it. Next, we're going to take our baking powder and add it to the flour. Make sure it's all in there. Also, we're going to add our salt. Get it all out. We're going to add our sugar. We're going to have to sift this all together, but you don't have to do this. But typically, what I'll do is take all my dry ingredients and just kind of take a little spoon. Like I said, this is just the Aaron Hogue practice, and just mix them all up together. And the next stage, we're going to have to sift all this stuff together. Make sure we get out all the little small lumps and stuff. All right, I'm back again, and I'm ready to sift all my dry ingredients together. Everyone's got their technique on how to, run their flour through sifters, but this works best for me. I just kind of take it, and I take the side of my hand, I just kind of tap it a little bit, Okay, moving right along. Next, we're going to add cold butter, and this is pretty important that the butter remains cold, because if you let the butter come up to room temperature, it will have the tendency to melt. The butter acts as a leavener along with the baking powder to make it leaven. So you want to make sure that you add cold butter and cut it in. So once again, we've got 2 sticks, or in other words, we don't want to add the paper here. This is live and this is real. So we got 1 stick, and it's 16 ounces and 4 sticks of butter when you buy it. So each one is 4 ounces. Oh, live again. Oven let me know that it's hit its 375 degrees. So it's a great reminder. So once again, we're going to add cold butter, and you want to cut it in. You can use a fork to do this. The cold butter makes it a little bit tough to cut, but like I said, you don't want melted butter in here. So basically, see if I can get the camera over here. I'm gonna pause it for a second so you can see what it looks like when it's actually being cut. Okay, as you can see, I'm cutting the butter into the, this ain't for the faint heart. Now bear with me, folks. I'm the producer and I'm also the chef. And there you have it. As you can see, I've cut the cold butter into my flour, about pea-sized lumps. So that's what we're looking for. And then, okay, I added 1.5 cups of buttermilk. And as you can see, the dough is starting to come together. So right there is about what we're looking for. So I'm gonna take it out to a kneading table and knead it for a little bit. Okay, folks, I've got my dough here on my breadboard. Like I said, what I want to do right now is just knead it. You don't overdo it. Just want to, and when knead dough, it's very simple. You just take it, heels in your hand, just press to the center. Now what you want to do is make sure you got plenty of powder on your hand, and you just want to knead the dough. That's it. We got nice sticky dough. Okay, now we're going to roll our dough out to approximately 3/4 of an inch. Yep. Keeping everything nice and floured, because after this, we're just going to cut our biscuits. We just want to make sure we get everything rolled out nice and evenly here. That looks pretty good. Now, I usually flip mine over one more time. Get another roll on it. All right, just a little bit of flour. And once again, we're looking for about 1/2 inch to approximately 3/4 of an inch. All right, let me go get my biscuit cutter. I'm using just over 3-inch biscuit cutter here. What you want to do is make sure that you put flour on it and cut your biscuit. You can cut several of them out. You know. Cut another one. As you flour your tips of them. Cut another one. Cut another one. And it looks like it's all I'm gonna get this time. But I'm gonna re-roll it again. So there we have. We've got one of our biscuits. And we keep repeating the process. I've cut probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 biscuits, I should say. And we just keep repeating the process until we use up all the dough. Keep rolling it out till you get about approximately 3/4 of an inch. You take your little cutter here, make sure everything's nice and floured, and boom, inside, and bam, there you have another biscuit. So right now, that's gonna take me to 11. For this particular dough, we were able to get 12 3-diameter inch biscuits. And the next move is to put them in the oven. We want to bake for about 15 minutes at 375 degrees. Okay, folks, here we go, the final product. I melted a little bit of butter in the microwave and brushed a little bit of butter on them. Give it that buttery taste. Also, in conclusion, it took about 25 minutes. So I said initially 15 minutes, but check it at 15 minutes and then play it by ear. Like I said, this took about 25 minutes to get them nice and pretty. So now, only thing to do is to break one open and see what she looks like. Give it a little bit of a taste test. Nice and flaky, everything. Let me try it out. Good and buttery. I love it. Like I said, looks nice and good, flaky, just good. It's hard to beat homemade biscuits. It takes a little bit of time, but the taste is well worth it.